Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of preparing something, as food, by the application of heat. Cooking can be a great art. The act of preparing something, as food, by the application of heat. People are needed who have experience in cookery. The cognitive process of thinking about what you will do in the event of something happening. The act of preparing something, as food, by the application of heat. He left the preparation of meals to his wife. A substance prepared according to a formula. The physician prescribed a commercial preparation of the medicine. Activity leading to skilled behavior. The activity of putting or setting in order in advance of some act or purpose. Preparations for the ceremony had begun. The state of having been made ready or prepared for use or action, especially military action. Their preparation was more than adequate. Preparatory school work done outside school, especially at home. Music. A note that produces a dissonant chord is first heard in a consonant chord. The resolution of one dissonance is often the preparation for another dissonance. The act of changing something into something different in essential characteristics. Cooking slowly in fat in a closed pot with little moisture. Be very hot, due to hot weather or exposure to the sun. The town was broiling in the sun. Cooking by direct exposure to radiant heat, as over a fire or under a grill. Cook under a broiler. Broil fish. Heat by a natural force. The sun broils the valley in the summer. Cooking by direct exposure to radiant heat, as over a fire or under a grill. Cooking meat by dry heat in an oven, usually with fat added. The slow roasting took several hours. United States inventor of firearms, especially automatic pistols and repeating rifles, and a machine gun called the Peacemaker, 1855 to 1926. English poet best remembered for love sonnets written to her husband Robert Browning, 1806 to 1861. English poet and husband of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, noted for his dramatic monologues, 1812 to 1889. Cooking to a brown crispiness over a fire or on a grill. Cooking in fat or oil in a pan or griddle. Cooking in a liquid that has been brought to a boil. Cooking in simmering liquid. Cooking to a brown crispiness over a fire or on a grill. Proper toasting should brown both sides of a piece of bread. The slow passage of a liquid through a filtering medium. The percolation of rainwater through the soil. The act of making coffee in a percolator. The filtration of a liquid for extraction or purification. Cooking in a liquid that has been brought to a boil. Extremely. Boiling mad. The application of heat to change something from a liquid to a gas. As hot as if in an oven. Cooking by dry heat in an oven. Making bread or cake or pastry, etc. The practice or manner of preparing food or the food so prepared. The practice or manner of preparing food or the food so prepared. Cooking in a liquid that has been brought to a boil. An extreme state of worry and agitation. His stewing over the fight kept him awake most of the night. Cooking in fat or oil in a pan or griddle. Cooking that combines ingredients and techniques and seasonings from different cuisines. Cooking by direct exposure to radiant heat, as over a fire or under a grill. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. The act of adding a seasoning to food. The act of making meat tender by pounding or marinating it. The act of making meat tender by pounding or marinating it. A tart, spicy quality. Add herbs or spices to. Vigorous and enthusiastic enjoyment. Bake eggs in their shells until they are set. Sure the eggs. Boil slowly at low temperature. Simmer the sauce. Temperature just below the boiling point. The stew remained at a simmer for hours. A person who drinks alcohol to excess habitually. Become drunk or drink excessively. Cover with liquid. Pour liquid onto. Souse water on his hot face. Immerse briefly into a liquid so as to wet, coat, or saturate. The act of making something completely wet. Cook in a marinade. Souse herring. Pork trimmings chopped and pickled and gelled. Flesh of a chicken, or game bird, split down the back and grilled, usually immediately after being killed. Interpolate or insert words into a sentence or story. Prepare for eating if or as if a spatchcock. Spatchcock a guinea hen. Make more interesting or flavorful. Add herbs or spices to. The property of being seasoned with spice and so highly flavored. Any of a variety of pungent aromatic vegetable substances used for flavoring food. Aromatic substances of vegetable origin used as a preservative.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.